Hello everyone and welcome to another Studio Rumble match. Tonight I'm going to be your host. This is Gabby Rainbow Pie Gibson. Studio Rumble's a pretty fun, awesome organization run by a bunch of volunteers to help bring people in the gaming industry together, have some fun, some good times. So tonight we're going to be having a makeup match between Sly Noon and IOE. So these are individuals coming to us from various portions of the gaming industry. Sly Noon being individuals from the studio Sucker Punch, and IOE being from Riot Games. So this is going to be a match in the tryhard division, which means these peeps are going to be giving it their all, trying to do their best, but it's also, just for fun competition where people are wanting to get to know each other, have a good time. Yeah, this isn't super competitive mode. I mean, it is, but you know what I mean. So this is going to be a makeup match on Gibraltar, I believe. So Gibraltar is a attack defense asymmetric map. Payload. Both of these teams are going to each have their own chance to push that drone to the cart through each of those 4 checkpoints. Get it into the end. Now, we've seen a lot of different kind of compositions kind of running for this. A lot of people running with a kind of skirmish composition, running with just lots of soldiers, Pharaohs, etc., etc. So right now we're just waiting for a couple of people to finish up into the lobby. And then we should get this going. So the other thing that I've seen a lot of in here is snipers can have a really big effect, particularly if, as Widowmaker they're good. They're able to get a lot of that hit scan, point people out in the sky, shoot them down, kill them dead. So one of the couple of things for playing onto here is if both teams manage to defend then it's going to be whoever defended and prevented the farthest cap, whereas if both teams manage to cap, it's going to be whoever got the quickest time is going to get the win, to get that extra point. If both teams successfully defend and they defend up to the same point, we're going to be going into a sudden death. But let's see what kind of compositions each of these teams is going to be running. Because we are just waiting, I think, for one more person to show up into the lobby. As well as, whether we're going to be running 1 tank compositions, 2 tanks, 1 support, 2 supports. Those tend to be the biggest variables, and they tend to affect a lot of how the teams are going to be playing. With 1 tank, it means you're going to be having a lot more DPS, but you have less uptime for being able to be in an engage range. But when you are in engage range, you can fire out a lot more bursts. Having those 2 tanks means you have a lot more of that steady presence, able to start pushing through a little bit more. As well as, depending on who that tank is, can end up being a lot of disruption. Tanks generally have a lot more CC in this game than the DPS will. You know, and what I mean by that is they have a presence that needs to be dealt with. You know, Reinhardt has a shield, as well as if he's ever in melee range, does a ton of damage. Winston, I think, being the quintessential disruption tank, mostly because of his insanely high mobility. He's able to jump over a lot of obstacles, get into the back line, deal pretty decent damage per second from close range, and the shield that he drops down will block 600 points of damage. Which means if you can play around that shield getting in and out of it, you can prevent a lot of damage from that would be otherwise coming onto you. And wreak havoc with, you know, Widowmaker, Torbjorn, Mercy, or whoever in the back line. And, you know, you either prevent defenses from getting set up or prevent, you know, an offensive push from really forming in, really pushing out. And then from the support side, you know, single support, yeah, it opens you up for having more DPS, but you have less sustain. So the double support gives you a lot more options and capabilities for being able to poke out the team longer. Works really well against some more of those sustained DPS threats, you know, like tanks, like soldiers that we'll see a lot of. But it doesn't work as well against some of the burst damage that we'll be likely to see as well, you know, with stuff like Widowmakers, Reapers, Junkrat. Can end up doing a lot of damage
Arriving
very
at
quickly.
Watchpoint Gibraltar.
So we are now loading into the map, into Watchpoint Gibraltar. And the first half of the map, I believe it's going to be IOE is going to be pushing in. So both teams starting to figure out what kind of compositions they want to be running. So on the offense, IOE, G-Mang on unknown, Meyer as Mercy, Nekomaru rocking the Reinhardt, Rex is unknown, Bozar with the Winston, Colin as Lucio. And then for the defense right now, we've got Fall as Widowmaker, Death Cuddle is still decided. No, it's going to be Soldier 76. And joining him on Soldier is going to be Eska. Winning Squid is going to be Zarya, Imran as Lucio, and Turfing as Reinhardt. Oh wait, looks like people are going to be changing it up. Oh man, these comps are just changing all over the place. Not going to have a Widow. Not going to have two soldiers. Sad we're getting far in the Mei. Mei is a particularly interesting champion. I think she's a lot of fun. She offers a lot of unique gameplay into
My ultimate is
being
charging.
able to seize like
My
hard
ultimate is charging.
CC someone if she can get that freeze off of, as well as the freeze if she pops that onto a cart can
A moment to
really
enjoy some
hard
peace and quiet.
disrupt those pushes.
My
The thing
ultimate
with
is
the walls,
charging.
though, is the cart will just push through and destroy those,
My ultimate is charging.
and not the people who are on it, of course. And it provides a lot of those angles. So it looks like the defense is going to be holding out from this first point. We're going to see a lot of lobbing out, you know, with Farah, Junkrat, and Zarya. That's a lot of long-range poke. And it looks like the offense is starting off just on the upside. They're trying to get a little bit of scouting out. G-Mang on Reaper manages to find his way up into the side. Gets bounced back
My ultimate
by
is
Zarya.
charging.
And finds himself having to push out to the other side. Cart is slowly starting to push up. And looks like we're going to have our first real fight moving in as
My ultimate is charging.
Louise moved around the side. Winston going into the back line. Playing the role of that disruption tech. Getting a lot of damage. Takes down Imra and Mercy. And then gets followed in by the Mercy of Jones. And then, wait, jumping right back down. Gets one more, and we are now on to the first point. Continuing to push through. Solid offensive play here. Reinhardt slamming G-Mang into the wall. Reaper is sowed. And in a crushing push, the second point is taken with 7:50 remaining on the clock. Getting both of these points really quick. I will be surprised if Slime will be able to do any kind of solid hold. And both with the DPS are playing on the back line, getting that pushed up while
My
Nekomaru,
ultimate is
Colin, and Imea are starting to push in.
I have found the enemy!
My ultimate is
On
ready.
face!
Go. I'll be watching over you.
G-Mang's trying to get some poke in from behind. gets the Mercy, starts dueling it out with the rest of the team, gets the Pharah. And the Mercy healing's getting a lot, but then May freezes him out. Oh wait, gets one more, goes into the Shadow form, and is continuing to kill Eska, trying to follow her around, but gets taken out. G-Man going for the die just for one. Little bit of overkill, but they are still continuing to push. Immorin bringing two back up. It's going to buy them a little bit more time, but that's Turfling just popping his shield while two are just dealing damage from behind, and that's just going to buy a little bit of time. Charges out onto the side, but because of the jumping, they're just bounced up instead of pinned. And that's going to be 3 more killed on the side of Sly Noon. IOE quickly pushing in. 628 bumped up to 828 remaining. And that's just going to be a lot of time to spend to hold this last point. Ball launching out the rocket barrage, getting one. And it looks like we're going to be continuing to push out from IOE. Eska dropping the ult onto the point, gets Rex, takes him down, snipes him in the head, but again gets finishes off by G-Man, doing a lot of work here. Good Mercy ult, and bringing several people back up. Reinhardt quite caught out of position. So here's something I'm not particularly fond of that Sly Noon's doing, is they're trying to fight for every single inch. And what that means is happening is that they aren't all going in, they're not fighting as a team, and when you have this kind of double tank, double healer composition, that's where that team composition really shines. You know, you have the tanks that can soak up a lot of damage, the Reinhardt, the shield in the back line. Oh, Zarya ultimate getting a lot in though, followed up by the Reinhardt, but there's not much more damage to come up through. Half health taken down, Mercy taken down. But that is the defense's Mercy. And those are going in deep. That's 2. And then Fall getting a lot of damage in, taking a couple down. We've got 4 down, 5 down for the defense. There's just Immorin who's slowly running back up the stairs, while all 6 for the offense are pushing in. And it's 6:53 remaining on the clock. IOE with an absolutely crushing victory in the first half of the map. So this is going to be particularly difficult for Sly Noon. But before that, we've got Bozar with play of the game as Winston. This is towards the end where they were able to get that final kills down. Finishes off the Lucio. Moves in, gets right underneath Farah, finishes her out. And then Silva gets the Reaper afterwards. Not the most showy play of the game, but it is a consistent show of force that we were able to see there. Now, both teams got a little bit of time, just a few seconds.
Prepare to attack.
And now we've got IOE on the defense and Sly Noon on the offense. So let's see what kind of champions, what kind of compositions we're going to be rolling with. Looks like we've got a similar composition from the offense as we saw last time. Double tanks, double supports, double deeps. Although instead of that disruption
My
tank that we
ultimate
had
is
from
charging.
Winston, we have the Zarya. Personally, I don't think that's going to work as well. Might be just a lot of comfort with Zarya. Though Zarya, as a champion, she has a lot of strength. She works really well with the team fights, getting those shields onto your healers, getting that onto Mercy, making sure she can be able to bring someone, one or the entire team back up. But at the same time, she doesn't have that same disruptionist effect. She works for more of providing cohesion for the team, you know, fills out a secondary role to that Reinhardt, where Reinhardt's providing that shield. She's providing shields as, you know, the skirmishes are starting to break out, and that's where she really shines. But then can't deal as well with those flankers, which it looks like
My ultimate
the
is
defense
charging.
is going to be starting to use here. We do have a single tank double support composition. So instead of, you know, the traditional healing supports, we do have the Symmetra, so that's going to be providing a lot of mobility. Plus,
My
just
ultimate is charging.
symmetric turrets, which look like they're being set up here off to the side where that push button is.
I'm restoring the payload.
Pushes out. So one of the other things that's really good about Symmetra is you can see right here, it pushes right through the Reinhardt shield, dealing quite a bit of damage. And it looks like Turfing trying to go in, gets the Symmetra taken down, launching some flame strikes up top. Necromaru using that shotgun effect to good effect, taking down Fall. Got a lot of skirmishing out onto the side. G-Man with the Reaper, trying to get in, get a lot of damage down. See, takes down Lucia, now aiming for the other support, going on to Eska. Eska, good bounce back, but it's not enough. Good switch over from G-Man to get the kill, and this is going to be falling back out. So a couple people on the offense, and this first push is going to be stalling out.
My ultimate is charging.
IOE doing a really great
My
job of
ultimate
playing
is
as a
charging.
team. You know, having
Heroes
the
never die.
back line to do a lot of those taking out while the rest of that front line is sticking well together, trying to focus out targets as they can. Looks like G-Man's going to be going on to Reinhardt from behind, finishing him out with some help of Reaper. Die, onto the point. Triple kill for G-Man. Hook goes wide on Desire, and she is going to be backing out safely.
Rocket barrage incoming.
Back up. Rocket barrage, she's all on her own. Gets Colin, but gets Rex.
Heroes never die.
And all that work done for
Heads
nothing.
up, they're back for more.
They are bringing the defense back up alive. Smashing charge into Nekomaru. Knocking down the Hanzo. Trying to get a lot of damage with those symmetric turrets. Doing a lot of work. Eska doing her best, though, to keep him back up. One-for-one trade. And Rex popping the ultimate, taking a couple down. And it's going to be yet another solid hold by IOE. Mercy trying to get out to the side, but Soldier's going to take her down.
You have to get this thing moving.
Those nice secondary fires piercing through the Reinhardt shield. Getting some good pokes down. Again, going in on the backside isn't being dealt with. And so long as Reaper is able to have this free reign on the backside, it's going to be very difficult for the offense to push through. Having some very good positioning. There we go. Triple kill for the Reaper. Going on to the Reinhardt. And Reinhardt's finally going to take him out, but gets taken out for his troubles. Maya pissed that one of her own got killed.
My ultimate is charging.
The revenge, pulling out that tiny pistol that packs a punch.
We must work together.
So, 2
Move the
minutes remaining
payload.
on the clock, given that he was able to push in 4:07. There's no way that this is going to be pushing through. We've got a Hanzo ultimate pushing down, but it goes a little bit wide, doesn't go into the main channel, and still fights, continuing to break out all over the place. This is an extended skirmish. Fall launching the ultimate. Reaper be able to go off the side, but she does get the roadblock, and it looks like they might be able to manage the first point. Maya bringing one back up.
Oh, I guess they didn't have enough.
We're in Pop Lucio just a little bit earlier before they engage, so they're going to lose a few hundred points with that shield. Turfing getting onto the point, but with the bulk of the defense sitting there, that's going to be very difficult for that to be pushed through. G-Man taking a lot of damage, down to half health, but then healed up with the Mercy. All 6 are alive on both sides. We are fully moving into the point. Colin taking down Lucio.
Heroes never die.
2 for 1. G-Man getting a lot of damage out though. That ultimate's almost ready to pop. Give that last minute. That could be the game, and it is. Pushes them off. 1, 2, 3. Triple kill for Reaper. G-Man just
They
doing
have a teleporter.
a ton of work this game. Playing out good with those flanks, making it very difficult. You know, having that constant side threat means you don't have that one target that you can always
The payload
push on.
stopped.
You don't have that constant barrier that you're trying to push it because you have something from behind. You have to deal with that. Reaper does a great job dealing with the threat. So we got the tank starting to push in. Going for this 1 point. Rex starting to get a lot of damage down, but Reinhardt smacking the ultimate from behind. Ball starting to get a lot of damage down in onto the point, but there's still a lot of those symmetric turrets. Symmetric's all alone though. He's going to be the only one trying to hold. couple of those turrets taken down by Winston before going down. You know, those AoE type attacks really good at taking out those bastions of Symmetra turrets, but they do manage to make it in.
My ultimate is
Looks like
charging.
this match will be going over to IOE as they will not be able to push it faster than 407. So let's see how far they can make it. You at least get the first point. Ultimate coming in from Colin, sweeping out with a triple kill, coming out over the side, finishing up the pair. That's 5 down
Heroes
for
never
Sly
die.
Noon. Death Cuddle's trying to do his best G-Mang impression and just can't quite cut it. Senpai noticed me. Oh, he noticed you alright. He killed you for it.
Enemy contact.
So I'll probably have
We need to get the payload.
1 or 2 more solid pushes onto the point.
My ultimate
Sliding
is
in,
charging.
starting to push down underneath. Better ultimate from Lucio this time as they are moving up onto the cart. They are on it. How's that Lucio ult's going off? There's
Take
a
cover.
little bit of a disengage. Nekomaru coming in with going ham. Pushes them back off onto the point there, into the back. G-Man with another beautiful ult. Gets a quadra kill. But now Death Cuddle with one of his own gets 2 before getting killed by the Fat Man. So we've got 44 seconds on the clock, and it looks like IOE is going to be pushing out forward. Seeing
Enemy
if they can
seen.
deny any of that overtime.
Must work together.
Perfect, trying to get a lot of damage down. Reaper running away off to the side, gets smashed down before getting taken
Heroes
down.
never die.
And then
Our
Reaper
time
getting
is
brought
running
back
out.
up.
Everyone get
Offense
on
looking
your
like they're going to come in from the side. Ball trying to get some poke down from up top. Pharaoh working really well with those long ranges, but goes too far forward. Gets into the car wash.
I am ready.
Heroes
And
never
those
die.
turrets just do a great job of taking it down. 10 seconds remaining. Offense is on the wrong side of this, but they do manage to switch it over. They're onto the cart. There's a single turret. No, it's getting them taken down. Colin with another ultimate. Skirmishing the bow of that payload.
Werewolf. Tactical
They get 1, they get 2, 3 down for the defense. Reinhardt tries to get some damage down, but it's onto that Roadhog, who with his own healing and the Mercy healing, is just too much healing for Turping to push through. Fall looking like she was just about to try for an ult, but didn't quite have it, didn't have the health. And with a solid hold on the second point, IOE will take this in a crushing 2-0.
Play of the game.
But before we end it for tonight, we have Colin as Hanzo with play of the game, with what I'm guessing is a beautiful ultimate right here, going right into the pit. Gets 1, gets 2, gets 3, and then comes out over to the side, and with that ricochet, takes out Fall for the quadra kill. I'll thank you for tuning in this evening. In about 40 minutes, we've got another game. Be Sly Noon playing against, let me see here, Sly Noon against Ringer Police on Hollywood. Hopefully I will see you in 30 minutes.